Good morning, world. It's 10 o'clock. I hope you guys enjoyed my video I made yesterday. I just woke up. You're off the island? Yeah, I'm off today. I work tomorrow at Dinty's. And Thursday I go for I believe, but I'm off today, which is nice, obviously. I need a break. I've been working like every day for the past 3 weeks, man. Fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sky's supposed to be top notch. Yeah, man. My company will be better than Hollywood. It's the new Hollywood, yeah. Like Skyscrapers will become the new Hollywood, the brand new Hollywood, but it's better. Like the actors get paid more money than what they make on average. Bigger budget movies, better perks, crazier fame. Yeah, but it's behind the scene fame. It's not in the public eye for my movie. So the actors will be experiencing behind the scene fame, something crazy. It's not in the public eye. It's not in the public eye. My fame. It's behind the scenes. Yeah, it's behind the scene fame. Hence why what? Yeah. It's behind the scene fame, my fame. Yeah. So even if you go world touring, even if I go world touring, it's all behind the scenes. It's not all. I want you film it. I can't, man. The doc team. I'm not gonna have the doc team film 50 interviews. No, man. The world tour was all behind the scenes. The documentary would not. The world tour would not be a part of the documentary. I'm not gonna film that. That's too crazy. My doc team can't film 50 interviews. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Well, I want to get a glimpse of your world tour now. The world tour is behind the scenes. You guys are missing out on that, man. But you're gonna get the glimpse of the 4 years of Xanus. Yeah. Pre-production, production, and post-production. And the red carpet. I'm gonna film that too. Yeah. I had a good 9 hours of sleep. I went to bed at 1. Yeah. Tomorrow I work at Dinty's. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Scott's will be top notch. There's a reason why all the Hollywood actors chosen for my movies are gonna beg their ass off me each time because they were saying they don't want to be left behind. And some of them might cry. They're begging hard. They're Ivan, please, please, please. I'm saying they're begging hard, please. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I want to work for you. I'm like, no, man. You can barely want. You're not good for the next movie, man. Don't hang him. Saying, yeah, you're not good for the next movie. Yeah, man. You can barely want. You're not good for the next movie. I'm saying. So all the actors who work for a movie, all the actors who work on my movie once the journey's over with, they're not going to want to go back to Hollywood. They're going to want to work for me. I want to work for you for the rest of my life. I don't want to work on. Even guys like Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves and all of them are going to beg. Like, Ivan, please, man, I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I want to work for you. I want a career for Sky's Entertainment, Ivan. I don't want to work in Hollywood, Ivan. Your company's way better in Hollywood. It pays more, better perks, crazier fame. I had a blast being featured on your magazine promos. Tell me that, yeah. The luxury buffet. You serve me an all-you-can-eat amazing, delicious food buffet. Hollywood doesn't do that stuff, yeah. Sometimes Hollywood might spoil the actors with food, but they don't. Hollywood serves the cast and crew like steak, potatoes, and sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. Because they're cheap, obviously. Whereas my company, it's an all-you-can-eat luxury buffet for the actors and the crewmen, man. You ain't spoiled while they're filming. While you're filming, you get your nice check. Yeah, I'm spoiling you with an all-you-can-eat buffet, man. Amazing food. Whereby the crew and actors demolish the whole menu. They demolish the whole thing. It's so good. It's such good food, yeah. Yeah. Because most people will be eating like 2 plates. So you do the math. If 1,500 people eat 2 plates, all the food gets demolished. There's very little leftovers for the actors, man. And the actors demolish it for me, obviously. Yeah. I'm sorry. So if there's leftovers, I'll have the extras demolish it for me. Okay, there's little leftovers, guys. I don't want to waste my food. You guys could demolish all the rest of the food, and after like 100 extras serve the food, the whole thing gets demolished. Or 50 extras, the whole thing gets demolished. You don't want to waste food, right? That's why you gotta be careful. You don't want to over order, whereby you're wasting a lot of food. But even if there is a lot of food left, which I highly doubt it, the extras will demolish it for me. They're gonna demolish all of it for me, obviously. But chances are there'll be very little afterwards because the cast and crew are going to demolish that. When you're looking at delicious food, man. Yeah. When I work at Coco Foodie, whenever we get that big order that comes in on Friday, by Sunday the whole thing gets demolished, and we have like, I don't know, like 600 customers for 2 days, and the whole thing gets like demolished pretty much. All the potatoes, the eggs, and then the fruits, most of it gets demolished, and that's just 600 people eating 1 plate. Well, imagine 1,500 people eating 2-3 plates. How much food will get demolished? The whole thing will get demolished, man. Even the Coke vending machine, the milkshake machine, demolished. Yeah. Looking at 1,500 people eating 2-3 plates. Yeah, it's crazy. Some Sarah? Yeah. That's what my company will blow out the water. That's why the gates won't enjoy you around. They don't want you living that life with VJ. The gatekeepers. They don't want you living that life with VJ, the gatekeepers. They're crazy people. That's why I came with the keys, though they don't do me. I know you trip out and you have anxiety and everything, and everyone hates you with the keys, but God gave you the keys that way you can open your own door and the gates don't dupe you. You get your freedom and you can control your own money. You can be king. Do my VJ. Control your own money for your box office, your merchandise, and your game. You make your plays. The gates don't dupe you. So, huh? Yeah. Yeah. In a good 30 minutes, I'm going to go upstairs to get my breakfast. I'll eat like an egg sandwich. I don't know. You know? Beware the greedy actors, agents, and managers. They're greedy. The Hollywood agents and managers who represent the actors are greedy pigs. You gotta be careful of them. They're gonna try and suck more money out of your back end. They're gonna accept my deal because the actors don't make that in Hollywood, but they're gonna try and get more money out of the back end. Some of them, especially the ones who represent the big A-listers. The A-listers, they're greedy. You gotta be careful of them. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Be careful of them. The greedy actors, agents, and managers, they're greedy. Yeah. Wow, you actually heard your stepfather say that? Yeah. I remember he was upstairs. I overheard him talking. He's like, how the heck can you come up with a story like that? Yeah, they were, when they read it in my book, they were shocked. It's a masterpiece. And my stepmother told me, Ivan, your book's #1, and Hollywood will be all over your story, Ivan. She told me that. Hollywood would love your book, your story, Ivan. She told me that. Yeah, I know. But zero, man. The money off the books for me, BJ's not for you. I'm not selling out to the Hollywood system and sharing with a garbage wife forever. You fucking crazy. I'm not accepting that deal. I'd rather wake up one day and have to do that, man. No way. And take all my blades and give me peanuts. No fucking way. And have a trashy wife. No fucking way, man. BJ's garbage. I'll never do that. Some sound. You even tell me, Ivan, don't sell, man. I'm fucking trash. Yeah, BJ's trash and garbage. He's trash, man. They want me to get a garbage trash BJ without the one beauty is the gates took evidence. They want to destroy my life. They're crazy people. I'm not stupid, guys. If I sell out, I get a garbage VJ. I'm not an idiot, man. You just trash and garbage. It's just garbage, man. Yeah. 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 So once you make that money, Ivy, you can achieve your dream, yes. Ever since I was on Kingsley, I wanted to be an actor. Obviously. Yeah, I was in the movie at Clean Slate. That was my first movie I was ever in, obviously. I was an extra. I'm like, holy shit, this is fun. Ready, set, action. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I want to be a movie star. That's how I pursued acting, but I didn't know the doors were locked on me at the time. And now I'm in my place of my look. I can achieve that dream of vision with movie stars. Start on Full Circle Bear in Hollywood. With the 20 billion I make off the book, start on Full Circle Bear in Hollywood. We can fund our own movie and our own game. We can be movie stars. Yeah, man. So it's pretty cool, yeah. Like me and Vijay, we were the CEOs of the company, but we're also the stars of the movie. Kind of like Batman. You have something like Batman. Yeah, as Bruce Wayne, he's the owner of Wayne Tech, but he's also Batman. You kind of get some similarities with me and VJ. Yeah, we're the CEOs of Skyscrapers and Haven, our big film studio. We're also the stars of the movie. We're the most famous actors in the world. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. The most famous actors in the world, maybe Joe B. The most famous actors in the world, yeah. And the highest paid actors in the world. No actors in the world make the kind of money me and VJ make. We're making our billions, man. Yeah, man. And that's why the agents and managers want a bigger chunk of the pie. Because they know I'm going to do billions in the box office and the merch back end and the game back end. They want a bigger chunk of that, the agents, because they're greedy. The whole agents, they want a bigger chunk of that pie, yeah, they're greedy. The agents are greedy, Hollywood, yeah, the greedy pigs. Greedy. Yeah. So once the world reads your book, Ivan, they're going to be shocked. Yeah. Once you guys read my book, you're going to be shocked, obviously. Holy shit, Ivan wrote a masterpiece. And it'll finally hit your mind. Yeah, I see Ivan's point. If you turn this into a movie looking like the best movies ever made, yeah, it's like better than the Rings. Better than Star Wars originals. Yeah, look at an amazing movie. Amazing movie. Yeah. 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 I'm making Xanus for $1.8 billion. So you do the math, what kind of technology look at my movie. Yeah. Looking at walking devils and demons, guys. A world building that will blow Pandora out of the water, and a war that will blow the Lord of the Rings wars out of the water. If you think Helm's Deep was good, guys, even though that's an amazing war, Xanus will blow that war out of the water because I'm putting more money towards special effects and visual effects. So you do the math, what kind of war you're looking at. Amazing battle scenes, yeah. Previously, Ivan, like, you're looking at a war that will blow my Helm's Deep war out of the water, Ivan. And all my Return of the King's war out of the water. We only put like 35 million towards visual effects for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And you got a war like that. You don't even imagine how top notch your movie would be. Yeah, Peter's all happy. I gave him a little budget. I gave Mel a little budget. I'm excited about Gibson tells me that. Yeah, whoever I choose, right? I gave him an unlimited budget to work with. I paid him a lot of money too. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah. That's why those Xanus are lucky. And experience that glory and fame of me, VJ, man. For the movie, yeah. I'm gonna experience that glory and fame for the movie. Xanus stars. Worldwide fame, yeah, buzz. So have Russell Crowe and Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, Russell Crowe and Timothy Chalamet, we compete with the other actors. When their agents call, I'll tell my secretaries to let their agents know. Ivan and Peter and Vijay and Motor and the casting director are considering those guys as for the part, but they have to compete with the other actors. So I'm saying, Russell Crowe, I can pay him an $18 million salary and a $9.7 million bonus, $55 million in the back end, $4 million for the game, and like $3 million for the merch. And Timothy Chalamet can pay him his 10.5, $16 million of the back end, $2.3 million for the game, $1.2 million, $3 million for the merch. That's a good deal with Timothy Chalamet. He signed his $31 million deal. And Russell Crowe signed his $91 million Canadian, which is like a $100 million deal in his Australian money. He signed a $100 million deal with Russell Crowe. It's a massive contract. And once I offer Russell Crowe that contract, he's like, holy shit. I was calling blows out of the water. I just signed a $100 million deal. I don't make this now. And I make like my 20, 15, 12, 10 in Hollywood. Yeah, my calling blows out of the water. He's all shocked. But Russell Crowe's agent might push for 100 for Russell Crowe. My guys, man, you're getting greedy. He's not worth that. He gets $55 million in the back end. I'm not paying him more than that, man. You guys are getting greedy. He's not worth like his $250, $300 million. I'm not going to pay him $100 million of the royalties. He's not worth that. He gets 55. It's a good deal for Russell Crowe. Sign a $100 million deal, $60 million after taxes, $54 million in his bank. Russell Crowe's walking away with. That's a lot of money for him. Or maybe 50 if the agent takes 15%. Because some agents take 15%, right? No, but I believe the standard rate in Hollywood is 10%, but some agents can take 15%. So if the agent takes 50%, Russell Crowe's walking away maybe 49, 50 million in his bank. If his agent takes 10, he gets 54 million in his bank. After tax, that's a lot of money for Russell Crowe, man. He's $54 million richer. That's a lot of money. They ain't paid. Yeah. Because people tell me, yeah, even for Russell Crowe, you have to pour money into the budget to pay him a lot of money, Ivan. His agent's greedy. You know what I'm saying? Or he might tell me, I would just pay him like $4 million. He'll accept that deal, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, man, stop being blind by your greed. Ivan, man, just pay him 4 or 5. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to pour money into the budget. Peter might tell me, Ivan, you have to pour money into the budget. That way you pay Russell Crowe and Timothy Chalamet their rich contract, obviously, their salary. I have to put an extra like $40 million into the budget. Because if I don't, if I pay Russell Crowe's 18 and Timothy's 10.5, the budget will get drained. I won't even have enough to pay the rest of the crewmen. You have to put more money into the budget to pay those guys. That's if I choose them. If I don't choose them, then I don't have to put more money into the budget. Obviously, with Yvonne Jojo, I'm only paying him a 3.5 to 4. Dev Patel, I'll pay him a similar amount, 3.5 to 4. Yeah, those guys will gladly do a movie for $3.5 $4 million. They're not as big as Timothy Chalamet. But Timothy Chalamet is pretty big. Actually, got to pay him a lot of money, obviously. Timothy Chalamet for the movies. I'm sorry. Yeah. Peter considered Russell Crowe for Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, but he lost out to Viggo. Yeah, I heard Russell Crowe was supposed to get like 10% of the gross for Lord of the Rings. He would have made like his $100 million for Lord of the Rings. But he turned it down because he thought that Peter wanted Viggo more. Yeah, Peter wanted Viggo more than Russell Crowe. And that was the right choice. I think Viggo was the best guy for Aragorn. I think Viggo is a better Aragorn than Russell Crowe, right? I could picture Russell Crowe as the captain of the Archers, but I think Don Cheadle's better and Viggo are better for the role than Russell Crowe. They're cheaper too. Like Don Cheadle would lie to do my movie for $10 million. Viggo would lie to do my movie for $10 million, 9.7 million, whatever it is. Yeah. Well, Viggo I can pay him as 10, but I'll give him 11 million on the back end royalties. So he's worth like his 30 plus million. You pay him as 10, he gets 11 million on the back end. Viggo, that's a good deal for him. But if he's worth like 40 million by then, I can give him a bit more. I can give Vigo his 14, 15 million on the back end if he's worth his 40. He's still worth his 30s, he gets 11. Vigo. 10 million base and 11 million at the back end. He's a pretty big A-lister, right? Small A, so you can pay him his 10 and 11 million at the back end. Vigo. I mean, you can give him like 2.1 million for the game and give him like 1.3 million for the merch. That's a good deal for Vigo. Sign like his 24 million deal. Vigo. That's the contract. He doesn't make that all. He makes like his, I don't know, his 5, his 6, 4, 5, 6 in Hollywood. Vigo. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is a good deal for me. For Lord of the Rings, I made nothing. Yeah, I made like my 1 million. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Vigo made is like $1 million for Lord of the Rings. And Don Chu, you can pay him his 10 and give him 60 million at the back end. But he's worth his 40 plus million, right? Yeah. So, Zara? Peter might tell me, Ivan, go for Vigo because he's biased. Because he worked on Lord of the Rings with Vigo. He might be, Ivan, go for Vigo, man. I'm like, yeah, Vigo's good, but something tells me Don Cheadle's the best guy for Miramis. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I can picture Don Cheadle's Miramis, Ivan. People tell me that. You picture him more as a black guy, Ivan. Like, yeah, I picture him more as a black guy more than a white guy. It doesn't really matter. He's also good for a white guy, too. But I picture Miramis more of a black guy, right? I picture Don Cheadle more as Miramis than I do Vigo. Vigo's good for the role, too. The only thing about Vigo is his age. He's 65 now. By the time I do Xanus, he'll be like in his late 70s, pushing 80. He'll be old, man. Like 78. Will the work be tough for him? You know, I don't worry, my body's fine. You know, so Peter's like, Ivan, don't worry about it, he'll be fine. If Peter's blind by his read, I'm saying, Ivan will have a nutrition plan for him, he'll work out, he'll be fine, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Peter, you're fucking greedy, Peter. You're blind by your for the movie. Yeah, Peter's blind by his greed. Yeah, for the movie, it's actually funny. Yeah. Yeah. So Peter Jackson will help you with yeah. Peter Jackson has to help me with the main stuff, the main calls, except for Seppo, not my presence in the call for the sets. He also has to help me with the concept arts, the script. We're gonna co-write the Xanus script together with Fran and get him all Toro. And he also has to help me with the payroll and keeping track of the budget. Peter, I need you to help me keep track of the budget. I will help you with that. And then yeah, and every week we get an update of how much money is getting burned. A lot of money was getting burned during the 4 years of the budget. Yeah. Once we make the calls for all the main things, once the salaries, once the crewmen start working and like third year, that's when the salary budget begins to get drained because they're getting paid with their salary, and all the $400+ million is getting drained, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Once we make the calls for all the armored weapons and what a workshop and all the costume designers and mask designers, we get working on all the masks. A $100 million budget towards that will get drained. I might have maybe $10 million to run the budget, but like a lot of it will get drained. Like Peter, is $100 million enough to create like, I don't know, 40,000 armored weapons? That's more than enough. For Lord of the Rings, we only had like a few million bucks, and we created thousands of armored weapons. $100 million is a limited item. We can create tens of thousands, like 40,000, 50,000 armored weapons and costumes easily, Ivan. Easy affordable. It's a huge budget. Yeah. He's like, Ivan, you gave me on the budget, man. You're calling me blows out of the wire. I know, Peter. I even fuck Bob Shane and Michael Lee, man. Those guys owe me money. They gave me a shitty nominal budget. You gave me on the budget. You pay me more money, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? And you're spoiling with better perks. Yeah, I'm spoiling people with better perks. That's why he'll be more excited for my movie than he was Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm way more excited for your movie than I was Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Tell me that. Are you kidding me, Ivan? You're acting as a lead, man. And VJ is Lithia? I'm way more excited for your movie, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. Yeah. Your story's better than Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know it's better than Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Samsara? Yeah. And beware the crewmen, Ivan. The Lord of the Rings Hobbit crewmen. Beware, Ivan. They're greedy too. Some of them might want 200K. I'm like, guys, I can't afford to pay that, man. I'm gonna tell the press, look, man, do not pay them any more than 150K. Otherwise, you're gonna drain the budget. I'm gonna go over budget, man. I can only afford to pay them 150K. And the supervisors pay them their 200 plus. But don't go any higher than 270K for the supervisors. But try to like pay them around that 220 range. That way you don't drain the budget. Some of them you can pay them 270, but some of them pay them like 200, 210, 220, 230. That way you don't drain the budget, obviously. The supervisors deserve to get paid more money. I'll have a good maybe, I don't know. It might be a good maybe 50 supervisors out of the 1,500 crewmen. And all the other guys get their 150K. That's how it works. Why well 180? I'm like, guys, I can't afford to pay more than this, man. If you don't like this, you're more than welcome working hard and be left behind and make less money, man. It's a deal. I mean, I give a deal. People tell me, yeah, Ivan, like, if they ask for more money, say no, man. Like, this is a good paycheck for them, Ivan. In Hollywood, they make nothing. Yeah. They made nothing of the things they were hard for me, Ivan. This is a good paycheck, Ivan. I know. Good paycheck for them. Samsara? You know, let them dupe you, Ivan. Samsara? Yeah, because some of the crewmen might get cocky. Ivan, what about 180? I'm like, guys, I can't afford to pay more money. Ivan, can't you put more money into the budget? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not putting any more money into the budget. I already put $400 of my own money to make sure you get paid 150K. I'm not putting any more money into the budget. Are you fucking crazy? I'm already blowing like almost $2 million of my money, man. I'm not putting more money into the budget. This is my final offer. If you don't like it, guys, you're more than welcome to work hard and make your 30K if you like my offer. It's a deal. I give you a good deal. 100K the third year, 50K the fourth year is a nice paycheck, man, to the crewmen. They don't make that in Hollywood. He's like, Ivan, man, if you pay them this, they're going to work really hard for you. Yeah, they're going to work hard for you because they're getting paid good money. They can feed their families that money, man. Yeah. Yeah. That money's going to last them for a couple of years, maybe 2 years. It's a good paycheck for the crewmen, yeah. And you guys also get your $2,000 gift card, which is nice. You get your free merch and your free 4K movie sent to your house. All members of the cast and crew get their free merch, the whole entire merch sent to their house for free. Obviously, nice perk always, and they get the free movie too. They don't have to pay for the movie. But if you break your movie, then now you have to pay for the movie, obviously, if you want to buy the movie, obviously. If you break your movie. And make sure you take good care of your box set, guys. If you scratch your disc and everything, now you have to pay for the movie. I'm not going to send you another free copy of the movie, obviously. You have to take care of your movie, obviously. Ivan, when you do the concept arts with Peter and all them, and John Hound, Alan Lee and all them, you have to make sure you show them those pictures of Eretat. That way they know when they draw demons for your movie. Peter's like, holy shit, looking at devils. Yeah, they draw all these different pictures for Eretat. They're all demons. And me and Peter and all them, we decide which one we like the best. For Eretat, for Fool, his son, Morale, Ephesus, and the other pictures of the extras for the wolves and the bats. Mass Bats, the servants. Bull the Pit Watcher, yeah. I want Bull the Pit Watcher to have a deformed face. He looks a bit deformed. Because when you read the book, Bull the Pit Watcher has a bit of deformed face. Obviously. Yeah. When you read the book, obviously. Bull the Pit Watcher. He watches the pit, right? Yeah. I will spoil over you if I don't want what I mean when you read volume 2, obviously. Yeah. As well as he has to be a masterpiece, man. I'm going to show you guys the pictures again. Right now, my other phone's charging, so. Yeah. Xanus will be a masterpiece, man. A fucking masterpiece, yeah, man. Well, Peter tell you this might be Lord of the Rings. You might tell me, yeah, your movie's in the top of Lord of the Rings. You're acting as a lead, don't forget that. VJ's Lithia. So picture me as the Prince of Xanus, obviously. And you and your actors are going to be fighting all these devils, man. Like, and the huge exodus. Like, Prince of Xanus, you're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. The politics in Volume 2. Light Behind the Walls in Volume 1. You're looking at an amazing story. Like, Taki's don't know what's outside the walls, huh? And the mist veils the south. And when you pass the mist, it's a different atmosphere. And the south is cursed. And all demon wolves live in Barak. And the demon bats live in the cursed mountains, these mountains in the cavern city. I'm like, yeah, he's like, holy shit, looking at masterpiece, Ivan. People tell me that. Yeah. I can't wait for this movie. I know people are excited too. Yeah. So if I make 20 million off the book, which I most likely will, I might make 20. Peter gets $250 million of the back end for the game. It's $200 million. I what about $300 million for the merchandise? I'm like, Peter, man, you're getting greedy. I'm not gonna pay more money. This is enough, man. I'm not gonna sign to a $2 million deal. You're fucking crazy, Peter. And because Peter knows I signed to a master contract, now he might push for that $1.82 billion deal because he's greedy. I'm like, no, Peter, this is enough. $200 million for the merchandise, back end profits, $250 million for the game, and you get your $850 million for the box office, and your $85 million for your base for the 4 years of work. You're making $100 million in your New Zealand money. That's $60 million in your bank for 4 years of work. That's a good contract, Peter. For Lord of the Rings, you made your 10. I'm asking though for me. This is more than what I made for the Hobbit of the Rings. He's like, holy shit, this is a massive contract. Yeah, $1 billion +$1.6 billion deal. I'm asking though for Peter, Ivan. You're very generous. Peter doesn't even make us Hollywood. I know Peter doesn't make us in Hollywood. And you get your freedom. You don't have to do anything, Peter. You get your freedom with me. That's why Peter might cry. You're paying me all this money and there's no strings attached to the contract. I'm like, what, Peter? You think I'm a dirty businessman? No, like, you get your freedom with me and VJ. All I ask is that you work hard for me and you make an amazing movie together with me. I know about. I'm going to make an amazing movie for you. I'm going to work much harder for you than I did for fucking you, like Bob Shane, Michael, and Ivan. Those guys owe me money, Ivan. They gave me a shitty budget. People might tell me that. Fuck Bob Shane and Michael. I'm way more excited for your movie. Yeah, people will tell me that, yeah. Will tell me that, Peter. Yeah. Pay your directors what you owe them. Don't dupe your directors, man. Bob Shane and Michael Lynn, even though Peter's a greedy pig, guys, I know he's a greedy pig, obviously, and he made $2 million. If you owe him money, you have to pay him what you owe him, man. They owed him money, and Peter took them to court. That's why Peter obviously lost respect for Bob Shane and Michael Lynn because they ripped him off. They owed him more money, and hence why he lost respect for them, obviously. Don't do as your directors, and pay them what you owe them. Peter signs a $1.3 billion deal, $1.6 billion in New Zealand money. He'll get his paycheck. Hence why the flat deal's better. Peter doesn't have to worry about me ripping him off. Because percentage deals, they can easily find ways to rip you off because you don't really know how much money, you can't really calculate how much money is owed to you because it's a percentage deal. Whereas a flat amount deal, you know you're going to make that money guaranteed. That's why the flat amount deal is better. That way, Peter, yeah, I have the flat on those better. I guarantee I'm going to make this money. Yeah, you're going to make this money off the points, of the back end profits, and the box office Blu-ray of the movie. Yeah. So, sorry. That's why the flat deal's better. I'm smart. The flat deal's better, obviously. Because the actors know they're guaranteed going to make that money. Peter doesn't have to worry about me ripping him off. He knows he's going to get his $850 million off of the box office. It's easier for him, right? Yeah. Because it's a deal. Sign me up. That's a lot of gold, Ivan. I don't care. You happy? I'm happy it's alive. And that's a lot of money, Ivan. A 1.3 billion deal, yeah, 1.6 billion New Zealand money. It's like, holy shit. Like, I'm walking away, yeah, you're walking away like 800 something million in your bank, Peter. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of gold. I could retire after this, and I never have to work in Hollywood again. Yeah, Peter might retire after he does this, man. Because he made so much money. He's now worth his $2+ billion. Yeah, I think I might retire. I achieved my dream. I made like my $800 million. I might retire and spend time with my family, yeah. Peter might retire after this, or he might work in Hollywood. I don't know. See what happens, right? Mel Gibson signed a massive contract too. I don't know, it's $350 million deal. You guys always might want to pay Mel Gibson, right? He signed a massive deal too, Mel Gibson, yeah. If I choose him. Yeah. I have a little bit more of that, Ivan. Like, Peter, I'm not paying you more, man. You're fucking greedy. Ivan, seriously, man, can I get like a bit more of that? Like a nice $1 billion of the box office, Ivan? I'm like, no, Peter, man. I'm not paying you any more than $850. You're not worth any more than that, man. You're getting greedy. I'm already overpaying you way more money than what you ever made in Hollywood. I'm not paying more money, but you're getting greedy. I'm just messing with you, man. That's not money for me. I'm just fucking greedy. I want to bring a chunk of that of your brand, Ivan. And Peter's greedy. I want to bring a chunk of that box set, Ivan. I know, Peter, you're greedy, but I'm not paying more money. You're fucking greedy. I'm sorry. It's still Ivan. He's all happy. He signs that contract, yeah. Does it come with perks, Ivan? Yes, Peter, it comes with perks. You're going to be staying in a luxury hotel suite in Vancouver during the first year. You get your limo services that take you to the office, take you to your lunch, take you to the theaters if you want to see movie on the theaters. Because chances are Peter Jackson and Frat and Barry Oz and all of them, when they're staying in a hotel, sometimes they might go see a movie on theaters. They might go to the bar. There's going to be a bar in the hotel. The chances are they're going to be drinking in the bar downstairs a lot in the hotel. Sometimes they might go see a movie on theaters. Yeah, and the limo service takes them to wherever they want to go. They get 24-hour limo services, which is nice. Obviously, right? You get the news. Peter Jackson's a chosen director. You see his contract. All the directors are like, holy shit, Peter signed a massive deal. And they interview him and Barry Osborne, friend, and you get this magazine promo with me, the 17 Peter, and they interview all of us. Something fucking cool. And Peter gets paid for that. He gets his $500K for the promos. I'll pay Peter $500K for the promos. Because he's big, right? He gets his $500K. That's through the budget, too. That's why you gotta be careful how you spend your money, Ivan. Yeah. What about 200 million for the base? I'm like, no, Peter, you get 85, which is 100, like 4 million in your own money. $100 million, Peter, for 4 years of work for your base is a good contract. But Peter will really try and get a piece of the back end because he knows that's the real money. The front end, he knows I'm limited because it's through the budget. Like Peter's salary and Mel Gibson's salary, I have to pay them out of my pocket. I have to take out $85 out of my pocket, put it in the budget to make sure Peter gets his paycheck. He gets his $10 million for 3 years of pre-production, and then during production he gets his $65 million, Peter, and he gets another $10 million bonus after filming is done for post-production. That's why what about post-production? I'm like, Peter, I'm paying you a $10 million bonus after filming is done. That's your money for post-production. And post-production, you're barely working, you're just watching and consulting. That's it. Peter will be watching and consulting during post-production. when he's in the building watching the post-production, obviously. And he also has to watch the rough cut of the movie. Like, Peter, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't want the movie being spoiled for me and VJ. Me and VJ don't want to watch it. You and Guillermo del Toro have to watch the rough cut. So Peter, because he's the director, he has to watch the rough cut of the story, and he'll let me know if it's a good movie or if it's good, but he wants to change a few things. You know what I'm saying? Because Peter might want to do reshoots. Yeah, Peter, let me know if you want to do reshoots. You have to let me know. And I can take out like $2 for $3 million and I do the reshoots. But for the reshoots, I'm going to pay the actors less money. All the actors for the reshoots, I'll pay them like $1 million, $1.5 million for the reshoots. Obviously. And Peter, you can pay him a few $1 million for the reshoots. Maybe like $4 million, $5 million for the reshoots. What about 20? I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying you enough money. I'm only going to pay you maybe like $4 or $5 million for the reshoots. Because man. And if I do the reshoots, I'm going to charge more for my box set. Maybe $135, $140. Because I spent more money. $135 maybe? Instead of $125, I charge $135. That way I make more money. I spent more money on the movie, right? Yeah. But something tells me we're not going to do reshoots. The movie's so good. Ivan, the movie's amazing. We don't have to do any reshoots. Peter, my time. Ivan, the movie's amazing. I saw the rough cut. We don't have to do any reshoots, Ivan. It's a good movie, and we end up not doing any reshoots. But most movies nowadays in Hollywood, they do reshoots, man. A lot of companies in Hollywood do reshoots for the movies. So I'm saying, huh? Yeah. So Zara? So some of the actors might be pissed off when they see Peter's contract. Yeah. Holy shit, man. Peter signed a $1.3 billion deal, which is $1.6 billion in his New Zealand money. Man, Peter's making way more than all of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and the team might be a bit pissed off too. Like, Ivan, what the fuck, man? You're paying Peter way more than us. Yes, because Peter's my star director and he's much bigger than you guys, man. He's a multi-billionaire. That's why I'm paying him the big bucks. Yeah, I'm still paying you guys a lot of money, but compared to Peter's contract, it's pocket change. But if you think about the amount of money I'm paying Peter, you'll be pissed off. Just know I gave you guys a good deal. You guys signed massive deals that you don't even make in Hollywood. Yeah. All the actors from my movie signed their 20, 11, 14, 25, $28 million deal. It's a massive contract. But compared to Peter's contract, it's peanuts. But stop thinking about Peter's contract. Just know I gave you a good deal, guys. Peter's making way more than you because he's my star director. He's very big. He's worth like $1.7 million. He's huge. He's much bigger than you guys. That's why I'm paying him the big bucks. I'm still making sure you guys get paid good money. Yeah. So, Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. So if you're smart, you're giving Pew. Yeah, I'm paying Pew that kind of money. That way, he works really hard for me, and he ends up directing a masterpiece. He works even harder for me than he even did for Lord of the Rings. The work will be a bit tough for him because he's older now, but you're gonna see Peter working harder than he even did for Lord of the Rings because I paid him way more money, and I gave him an unlimited budget. I'm spoiling him with nice perks too. Yeah, that's why he'll work hard for me. Obviously, Guillermo del Toro work hard for me. Guillermo del Toro, I'm not going to pay him that much for his base, but I'll give him a nice piece of the back end. Guillermo del Toro, okay, I'll pay you your 4. What the fuck? You're paying all these Hollywood actors more than me. I'm like, yeah, Guillermo del Toro, because you're my assistant director. In my opinion, assistant directors are not worth as much money. But I can give you a nice $17 million in the back end, Guillermo del Toro, to keep you happy. I pay you your $4 million base. You're not making as much as some of the actors. I'll give you a nice $17 million in the back end, promise, Guillermo del Toro. I can give you your 500K, $1 million for the merch. Guillermo del Toro, is that a good deal for you? That's a good deal for me. Sign me up. That's a good deal. I don't even make this on. I make like $6-7 million in Hollywood. Yes, Guillermo del Toro. And I'm paying you more as an assistant director. It's a good paycheck for Guillermo del Toro, right? Yeah. That way you keep him happy, right? He's not pissed off. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So you'll have Fran help you out with the script? Yes. Fran, I need you helping me and Peter with the script. Motor, I want you helping me and Peter with the script too. I have to tell them that. And we end up writing an amazing script together. An amazing script. Because Ivan, this script is just as good as my other Rings, if not better, Ivan. Yeah, tell me that once the script is done. The chances are we might do a few revisions. Once the script is done, guys, we have to go over it for potential revisions. Some things we need to change. And chances are we'll do maybe 1 or 2 revisions, but minor revisions, not a full revision, a minor revision of the script. Then once that's done, I'm going to get my presidents to start printing all the scripts in their office. They have to print all the scripts. So one guy prints the scripts, and he organizes it, and the other guy staples it, and then puts it in the envelope. And you have the actor's name in the envelope. That way, second year when I fly in the stars, they put the scripts in the plane, and the actors get their scripts. Then once they sign a contract and they part out my house, and I take them out to dinner. When they go home, they can start practicing lines. I'm giving you guys like 2 years of practicing lines. And by the time third year hits and we begin our tackle training, everyone should have their lines memorized. Because I gave you a year to memorize your lines. And all the actors have their lines memorized for the movie. Me and Vijay have our lines memorized for the movie. And then third year, we begin our training and we do our table reads like 5 days a week in my nice luxury yacht, in my office, in my house sometimes. Sometimes I'll do table reads in my house. Winter time, I'll do table reads in my house sometimes, in the living room, and sometimes in my office. And then once spring hits, I'll do it in the yacht. Someone drives in the ocean and we sit in the yacht. We do a table read in the yacht. That's a nice perk with a beer. Yeah. Do it with a beer, which is nice. The actors get like 3 beers when they do table reads. It's nice, man. Nice perk, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. So if you're gonna have sections divided, yeah. I'm gonna tell the engineer when he's on my payment system, I want sections for my budget. What do you mean? Okay, I want a section for extras, cameras, visual effects, special effects, costumes, armor, weapons, machines with a mask, set building. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm gonna put a good 1 billion towards special effects and visual effects. That's its own section. And I'm gonna put 45 million towards extras, a good 38 to 40 million towards set building, 100 million towards costumes, armor, weapons, and machines for the mask, obviously, and like 22 million towards the cameras. Yeah, around there. put 22 to 25 million towards the cameras, but 22 million is enough. It'll cost me and Peter a good like 20 million, 22 million for the cameras. I'll rent 16 film IMS cameras. That's enough for the movie. And we get the best equipment. That might cost me another $4 or $5 million, $4 million, $3 million. Because the equipment for the cameras are cheaper than the cameras itself. But the equipment's also expensive too if you want to get the best stuff, the best drones. That's going to cost me a lot of money too. So put a good 22 million towards cameras. So I'm saying? And everything else you don't have to have sections for that, because everything after that's pocket change. The hotel stays will be expensive too. That will cost me maybe 25, 26, 27 million bucks. The hotel stays. Limo services might cost me maybe 8 million, around there. Trailers and all that stuff are the trailers, portable bathrooms, portable showers, laundry machines will cost me maybe 2 million bucks, $1.5 million. That's pocket change. I can easily afford it. The food will only cost me and Peter like $1 million for the food. Peter, I need you help me with the food. Yeah, I'm not helping with that. What food do you think I'm serving the cast and crew? I'm like, this food, Peter. He's like, holy shit, you're spoiling the actors and the crewmen. They're going to work harder for us, Ivan. Yeah, Peter, if you pay them a lot of money, you serve them a long buffet like this, they're going to work hard for you. Ivan, you're calling me bowls out of the water. This is like delicious food, Ivan. I can't wait for this movie, Ivan. I know Peter's excited because he's blind by for the movie, Peter. He's blind by screen. Yeah. 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 Let me get my phone to this, guys. Give me a sec. Alright, I'm back, guys. Well, it's just to get my other phone. I'll have to charge my phone, so my battery died on me. Yeah, so when you do the concept arts with Peter Ivan and John Ali and Guillermo del Toro, you have to show them these pictures of what they know. So I want Ephesus to look something like this. He's a devil. But he's Ivan, the king bad of the mountains. I'm like, yeah, Peter, the king bad of the mountains. There are demons like that, the bats, except they're scarier than this. Don't copy this, make it original, guys, but I want some similarities to this. So, Ivan, you're thinking of something like this for the costume and the mask for all the demonic characters. Yes, Peter. I don't want them wearing the motion capture technology for full CGI. Otherwise, it'll look a bit computer like Aslan. I want the actors to wear a costume and a mask like this. And because I'm putting $100 million towards the mask and the costumes and the armor and weapons, the team will be creating unheard of costumes and masks for the movie. And they wear the mask, and you apply the visual effects towards it, and they look amazing. So, Sarah? Yeah, they're devils. But you're gonna tell John Hannah you want different looks. Yes, I want. Try to make a good, like, maybe 20, 30 different looks for the bats. Some bats look a bit different. Some bats look like this. You know what I'm saying? They're demons. You have different looks. And you have different looks for the wolves, too. See? Demons like that. They're devils, man. Yeah, you see that? Demons. Yeah. Please, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, and Ivan, you're thinking something like Prince of Egypt. They're all scared with torches. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Peter. You're looking at a masterpiece. A masterpiece. And for Aratat, I want him looking like that. But I want some of them. I want a hybrid of Pennywise the Clown in that picture there. You can tell them that if you want. Or you can have Aratat look like that picture, and some of the wolves look like Pennywise the Clown. You have different looks. I don't just want one look for the wolves. I want to have different looks. Just like the orcs in Lord of the Rings have different looks. I want, like, draw a good, like, maybe 20, 30 different looks for the wolves. Draw the official look for Aratat and Ephesus, and you have some of the wolves that look similar to Aratat, but some look a bit different. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell John and Ali, I know what they know. Obviously. And for Aratat, I want it to look like this. The video I keep showing you, right? Yeah, see that? It's a devil. Aratat, king of the south. Look at that. He's a devil. Look at that. Right. Yeah, man. Devil. Yeah, a demon. Look at that. See that, guys? It's a devil. Yeah, man. Reason you want the wolves and bats like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit. Looking at demons, yeah. The wolves are devils, the bats are devils. Yeah. And for the whirling, Show John Ali, this is what you're thinking of for your world. Please, that's beautiful. I know it's beautiful, man. Think about that for my world. Xanus and Northern South, a beautiful world like that, guys. You show John Ali, okay, Ivan, you want your world or something like that? I'm like, yeah, like, holy shit, that's beautiful. I know it's beautiful. See how that world looks amazing, but it also looks natural, but it looks amazing. Yeah, you mix it. The big sets in nature, and you're gonna have an amazing movie. I don't know what look like that, guys. That's beautiful. Oh yeah, beautiful. And John Howley, okay, I see what you're saying. And they draw the pictures, and they end up designing a beautiful world. And they draw all the demonic heroes. Yeah, I want you guys to push the horror of Eretat to the limit. Make Eretat and the wolves and the bats as scary as possible. Even scarier than these pictures I'm showing you here. Okay, Ivan, that's already scary enough. I'm like, no, Peter. I want you to push the horror to the limit. Yeah, but Ivan, the kids can't watch this. Peter, don't play that game, you man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want Zane's to be radar movie. If you want to tell a powerful story, you have to have Eretat be demons. I don't want them PG-13 beings, Peter. You know what I'm saying? Peter's like, I want a werewolf. I'm like, Peter, no, I don't want Eretat to look like a werewolf. I want what? I want him to have human features. But he also has animal features. He has, like, big clawed, furry hands and, like, sharp hands. And big, like, furry feet and sharp feet. But he also has human features like that video I keep showing you. And he feasts something like that, they'll be an animal. He's the king bad of the mountains. Peter's like, Ivan, the king bad of the mountains. I'm like, yeah, Peter, the king bad of the mountains. He's like, holy shit. You're looking at our match. He's like, yeah, I know, you're looking at an amazing movie. You know. And show Peter Prince of Egypt. That way you help him and get him all right. You give Peter some ideas. I'm going to be helping Peter out a little bit. You give him some ideas. Ivan, thank you, man. You gave me some ideas. They're all scared with torches. I'm like, yeah, Peter. So, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece. I know, you're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah. I'm saying. Yeah. That's why Zane's Remastered. You guys understand why Zane's Remastered, right? Yeah. Look at an amazing movie, man. An amazing movie, yeah. Look at a masterpiece. An amazing movie, yeah, man. An amazing movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Looking at an amazing movie. Yeah, man. A masterpiece. That's why the gates won't enjoy right now. I know how good it is. But that money, the billions off the book is for me, BJ. It's not for you. It's not for you guys. Samsara. You're just a greedy psychopath. Yeah. Yeah, you make your choices around the world. You control the money in the world. You won't let me make money in this world. And when I pour my blood into my book, you want to control my book too because you're fucking crazy, man. No, man. No way I'm going to let you do that, man. No way. And you have all that money in your bank. No way, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I guarantee we'll go World Tour for Xanus. A powerful like that, irritating them demons like that, man, there's no way I'm not going to go World Touring. A lot of people are going to be contacting me. Obviously, want to interview Ivan, VJ, and Peter, and all the actors. Yeah, but if you charge the fans, I'm taking 50% of the money. That's the deal. Yeah. I'm not going to let you profit on my success. There you go. And some of the organizers might be pissed off. Yeah, but if you're pissed off, don't invite me to come and speak. I'm not going to let you do that, man. The fans don't pay their money to see us, not you. And so I'm taking 50% of the money. You're profiting off my success. I'm not going to do that, man. No way. You get your 50%, me and VJ get our 50%, and we take the majority of the money, and I give a nice piece of it to the actors, that way they get paid good money. And Peter gets an equal amount for the actors. Why? You should pay me more. I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not paying you more. You get an equal amount with the actors. I'm not going to do that, man. Sarah. You're fucking greedy. I pay you way more than the stars, and everyone else working on a movie, you're getting an equal amount for the world tour with the actors. I'm not paying you more. Samsara? No. Samsara? Yeah. That's why Zay's gonna be a masterpiece, guys. A masterpiece, yo. Yeah. You'll see what I mean when I read my book. When you read my book, my art masterpiece. Yeah. So people tell me, yeah, I mean, like, your story's deeper than Lord of the Rings, man. Like, Lord of the Rings is pretty deep for all destroying the One Ring, but it's not as deep as your story. Your story is, like, so fucking deep. It's on another level, Ivan. Yeah, it's a deep, powerful story. You have an excess of 5,000 people. Hollywood can't afford to have 5,000 extras. Yeah, you have 5,000 extras in the movie, the Switzerland extras, yeah. They journey through the caverns, and the demon bats live there. It's fucking scary. And they're all scared with torches already. Oh my god, crazy. Holy shit. You're looking at a masterpiece. You're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man, a masterpiece. You're looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man. A masterpiece. A masterpiece. Yeah. So you need to show, you need to show Prince of Egypt to Peter Ivan, that way he knows. And you help him out a little bit. You help him get him all out a little bit, and they now have better ideas for the movie. Peter's like, oh, thank you, man. You gave me some good ideas for the Axis of Sapphires. I see what you're saying. They're all scared with torches when they journey through the mountains. Yeah, and you have mosquitoes the size of your hand that bite the people. Yeah, imagine mosquitoes the size of your hand biting the people, man, and they have to fight them off with their torches. The reason why there's mosquitoes in the Achilles Mountains because the mountains are cursed. That's when Takis and them journey through the mountains and the civilians, you get like a bunch of big mosquitoes biting them, trying to bite them, and they fight them off with their torches. And then the entrance of the cavern, the jaguars guard the entrance of the city, and Takis and them have to fight them. So I'm gonna say I almost spoiled the story for you. And they journey through the caverns. They're all scared with torches. They camp there and everything. And the demon bats are sleeping in there, looking at our mountains. Because I think it's something like more, except like 4 times scary than that, man. They're all scared with torches, and all the demon bats live in there, Ivan. They're sleeping in the Gilead's Cavern City. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, looking at a sick movie, Ivan. Ivan, the world's gonna be hooked. This is gonna be a masterpiece, Ivan. This is like a story on biblical proportions. I know it's a masterpiece, Peter. How'd you call this story? Like, you wrote a masterpiece, man. Like, I enjoyed your book more than Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. I'm gifted, man. I have a gift from the heavens, man. God gave me a gift. You wrote a masterpiece, man. I know, Peter. I wrote an amazing book. Amazing story. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. Xanus will be a masterpiece. Yeah. Well, VJ, Danielle Manette, and all them actors have fight in the movie. No, the women don't fight in the movie, but they're going to be experiencing the horror with me and the actors, obviously. The women are going to be experiencing the horror of the bats and the horror of Aratat, too, in the end of the movie. Yeah, but the women don't fight in the movie, in the book when you read it. But they're going to be experiencing the horror with us, right? That's why all these actors are legends. The men fighting. Because I can imagine, like, you and all your actors fighting those demon wolves looking like that and those bats like that. You guys are going to be legends, man. You're fighting all these devils, Ivan. Yeah, I know, we're legends. The Xanus are going to be legends once they do Xanus. That's why they're going to have very successful careers in Hollywood. Or pretty successful careers in Hollywood. But I told you, even though they're pretty successful in Hollywood, they're very successful in Hollywood, their careers are a slight tension. And me and VJ's Great Escape of Keanu Reeves is the main event. That's why they're all begging. But I told you, you're not good for the Great Escape of Keanu Reeves. You're not good. Samsara. You're not good for the Great Escape of Keanu Reeves. You're not good, man. Yeah, man. You're not good. Don't hate him, saying, yeah, you're not good for the movie. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I told you, if you think John Campea, Robert May Burnett, Star Wars Theory, Neatus, Critical Drinker, Ryan Outpost, Midnight Edge, and all of them are going crazy for, I don't know, Superman coming off this year, nothing. For Xanus, they're going absolute bonkers. Holy fucking shit, did you see that trailer? Oh my fucking god. I can't wait to watch this movie. I can't wait to watch that doc too. The whole world's excited to see the documentary too. I can't wait to watch that doc. I can't wait to watch that movie. I can't wait to play the game or watch Rabbi's walkthrough for the game. I can't wait to buy the merch and rock the merch. Read more of the Sky Search News. Look at the trends. They're all excited, man. Going crazy, yeah. Bonkers, man. The buzz is crazy for Xanus. Holy shit, man. He's a devil, man. Yeah, Aratat's a devil. He feasts as a devil. I'm going to have them show Aratat and feasts in the trailers, man. And they're demons and devils. Looking at a masterpiece, yeah. But my movies will not be released on theaters. It's straight to 4K Blu-ray because the theater thing doesn't work economically. It's too crazy. Even if I sign a deal with AMC, Cineplex Canada, and like Cinemark in England, and all these theater chains around the world, they can't handle 1 billion people. It's too much people. Because most big budget movies who do like $1 billion, $2 billion, they get like 100, 200 million customers at the theaters. Whereas for my movie, looking at 1 billion plus people, the theaters can't handle that. It's too crazy. That's the best thing to do is either do streaming or straight to 4K Blu-ray. Straight to 4K Blu-ray, the worldwide distribution is crazy, but it's not as crazy as the theaters because one family only has to order one movie, so it cuts it down to less people buying it. It's still crazy, the 4K Blu-ray worldwide distribution for Amazon, but it's not as crazy as the theaters. Hence why my company will be straight to 4K Blu-ray. It's easier that way. If you put mine into a theater system, you're looking at her experience at home, an amazing experience at home. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Because like, yeah, if you put mine into theaters, I'm looking at an amazing experience at home. Yeah, an amazing experience at home. Yeah, man. Unheard of experience at home. Amazing experience at home. Yeah. Because 4K Blu-ray is Dolby Sound, Dolby Vision. So if you put money into theaters, you're looking at an unheard of experience at home, an amazing experience at home. If you want your house to go dark, guys, you have to put money into blinds in your basement or your upstairs living room for your house to go dark. But As long as you have a theater system, you're gonna get your experience at home. But it's a better experience. It's a better experience when the lights are off. Obviously, like, I'm gonna have my private IMAX theater with VJ in my house. So whenever I watch a movie, I get the theatrical experience. I have the IMAX projector. My room is dark. Me and VJ watch the movie. We get an unheard experience at home when we watch the movie. You know. Some Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, man. And if you think those Lord of the Rings actors had an amazing performance for Lord of the Rings, think of a performance better than that for my movie. The actors are going to destroy the role. Whereby, like, if they were in Hollywood, they'd be winning Oscars. Yeah. People tell me, yeah, you can only imagine how hard your actors are going to work for me. How hard the actors are going to work for me because you pay them a lot of money. Yes, I pay them a lot of money, hence they're going to work really hard for you people. Because they're all getting paid. Yeah, my actors Lord of the Rings made nothing. Yeah, your actors Lord of the Rings made nothing, Peter. And they work hard for you. You can only imagine how hard these actors for Xanus are going to work for me. They're going to work really hard because they're getting paid a lot of money. So, Sarah? Because I'm not greedy and cheap like you, Peter. I'm greedy in general. Even though me and Vijay are taking most of the treasure, I'm sharing some of the treasure with Peter and some of the actors. I signed to good deals, hence they're taken care of. So, Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. So, Sarah? Yeah. Hence why those answers are lucky, man. Yeah, man. They're going to experience that glory and success and fame with me and VJ. Which you guys are all left behind. You guys deserve, yeah, peace out. Yeah. Vijay told me, Ivan, I can't wait to play Olivia Ivan. Vijay told me that, yeah. I can't wait to play a character Lithia Ivan, yeah. Think something like Erwin and Arwen for Lithia, Belle, and Mary. You know Arwen in Lord of the Rings? I'll show you the picture of Erwin. Erwin. Yeah. Here's some of that for Belle, Mary, and Lithia for Xanus. Yeah. Something like that. For VJ, Danielle Manette, Ariana Grande, yeah. For Erwin. Or Arwen. Because, yeah, I'm thinking something like Erwin and Arwen for the woman, yeah, for the movie, right? You have Arwen. Picture some of that for Arwen. For Lithia, Belle, Mary. Yeah, sick movie, yeah. I can picture something like that, yeah. Lithia is the daughter of Eli, the most powerful man in the South, yeah. And Belle and Mary are her friends, and they live with her. Well, Belle's Lithia's best friend. Mary is Lithia's friend, but they're not best friends, obviously. Lithia's best friend's Belle when you read the book. Mary is her friend, but it's not her best friend, obviously. Lithia is the daughter of Eli, the most powerful man in the South. And Eli's rich, and Lithia is his spoiled daughter. And Belle and Mary live with Lithia, and they're spoiled too. Obviously. Do Belle and Mary have parents in the book? No, I don't mention their parents in the book. But they live with Lithia in Eli's large house. Eli's rich. That's why John Rhys Davies is good for Eli. But the only problem about him, he's old, man. He's like 79 now. By the time we do the movie, he'll be like 90, man. Please, Ivan, don't worry about it. He'll make it. Don't worry about it, Ivan. Don't worry about it, Ivan. Please, I will have a good nutrition plan for him. He'll make it, Ivan. Don't worry about it. I know you worry. He might not make it. He'll make it, Ivan. Don't worry about it, Ivan. Here's Black Eyed Peas for the movie. Yeah. Bernard Hill was good for Eli, too, but he passed away. Like, last year, he passed away, right? Yeah, he passed away, man. Bernard Hill. Yeah, man. It's sad, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, why not Orlando Bloom for Maramis? He's not good for the part because Orlando Bloom. People tell me, yeah, Ivan, Orlando Bloom's not good for Maramis. He has too much of that youthful look. Yeah, Orlando Bloom doesn't have that veteran look. He has a baby face. He has that youthful look. He's not good for Maramis, the Captain of the Arch. I can't picture him as Maramis.